Good morning. It's day 49, almost day 50 already. This is crazy. Uh, just pulling out of we'll call it the Kevin cabin. The guy's name is Kevin. 25 bucks. Great place to spend the night. And you're 11 miles into the climb. So you're saving yourself an hour and a half riding out of, 11 and a half for me. Riding out of Del Norte. I am not riding on this day intro because the day starts out immediately with probably a 6% climb. I'm at 8,900 feet and I'm directly headed simply miles away from 11,900 feet. That's going to call for some celebration at the top because it'll be the highest point of the GDMBR. And yeah, right now no wind. It's probably low 70s, and you can see the blue sky. So everything looking good. It's going to be a great day. I know it. Cheers. Hey, yeah, it was a warm up. I just did 30 minutes of 7, 8, and there's a short section 9 and 10% grade. Nothing down. This is the first opportunity to stop without trying to start again and having problems. Yeah, I can tell the climb's going to be for real, and the way to do it is to break it up like I did. I highly recommend that. Stay at that cabin, get all loaded up in water. He has bottled water there. You can filter water if you want to. But anyway, I'm at 9,500 feet. So I think I did 600 feet of climbing, something like that, in 30 minutes. Yeah, onward. It's already hot. I don't know how hot it is, but it feels hot. Cheers, guys. I'm at another flat section at 9,800 feet. Summitville is, there's nothing there. Used to be a mining area for gold, I believe. Now is a big or ongoing cleanup project. But it is past the summit, so a few miles. So I think I have about 10 miles of climbing to go. So my Garmin says 11,905 feet. This is the summit, although there is a little saddle. So it goes down, across, and up over this ridge. So it's just a quarter mile away from where I stopped last time. There's a herd of something down here. I'll zoom in on it. But this feels more like the summit to me. I'm gonna have a snack and then descend. So check this out. My bike just fell. All these white dots, I assume, are sheep. It's hard to say, but there's a lot of them. Crazy. So I carried this up to celebrate the summit. I found it in the cabin I was just at. I don't think he minded. One Pabst Blue Ribbon. Here's to the summit of GDMBR, 11,910 feet officially. And so I'm celebrating with a beer. And then have a Cliff Bar and corn nuts. That's my lunch for today. No wonder I'm losing weight. So you may wonder, do I feel the altitude? And What's cool about going southbound on the GDMBR is you gradually increase your average elevation over 30, 40 days. So now 10,000 feet is no big deal. 11,000, I'm almost at 12,000 feet right now. And even on the climbs that are 9, 10%, and there's a little bit of 11 on this one. And I rode it all. I didn't walk any, so I'm proud of that. Uh, I did not feel the elevation. So, yeah, you're breathing hard, but I think the body's just had so much time to adjust to the higher elevations. What I need to do now is go down to sea level and do a race. I guess I'd have an advantage. But yeah, that's another reason you go southbound, not northbound. If you go northbound, you start at the Mexican border, and before you know it, you're at 12,000 feet. I don't think there's enough time. And plus, New Mexico is supposed to be a tough state. Not that much fun. But we'll see. I don't know. Some people say it's their favorite. But yeah, um, I put this shirt on. It was actually cool up here if you're in the wind. I got out of the wind behind this little, I don't know, mound of hill, and it's much warmer. But I'm going to check out these, whatever's in this valley here, whatever animal. It's just amazing. There's just so many of them. But anyway, now it's, for the most part, it's a descent down into Platoro. And, but, you know, still, I think 30 miles, so it's not like the day's over. Um, but hopefully a lot of descending. Cheers. Yeah, so as I mentioned, this is the other side of the summit, and I think I'm going towards Summitville. This used to be a huge gold mining, I think, primarily operation. So the whole side of that mountain is just missing. And then, of course, wherever there's no trees is related to it, I'm pretty sure. This is Platoro, Colorado. So it's a welcome sight for me. I'm tired. It's 4:30 now. Uh, Good morning. It's day 49. My last day in Colorado. Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting ready to be done with this ride. To be honest, I think others are feeling the same way from what I can gather. There's just some of those days. It's a lot of riding, but yeah, it's day 49. Leaving the village of Platoro, where I slept in an Airstream. That was the only option. It was kind of pricey, $90 for the night. But I had no choice, and it was cold last night, well, towards the end of the day, and there was some hail and rain coming down, and just to get a place indoors was great. So yeah, unique experience, once in a lifetime, sleep in an Airstream. Wasn't bad. Had a shower and everything inside, and a restroom. Nice big bed and sitting area. Not bad. So I feel like thunderstorms have been chasing me. It's a good thing I'm not climbing the pass today. Just as forecast. It's probably nasty up there, but I'm riding right on the edge of clouds and blue sky. Not bad. I'm thinking I may have just beat the storm. Anyway, I'm under a roof now at Horka Mercantile. I'm going to check them out. Good morning. It's day 50. 50 days. So we just climbed up from that valley, Conejos, something like that, valley. I'm about, I have 3 more miles of climbing. So we camped right in the base there at Elk Creek Campground in Norca, the area it's called. Had a really nice campground, real good store there, good restaurant. So yeah, it was a short day. Today's going to be a long day, I have a feeling. I feel good. And the weather so far, not a cloud in the sky. Yesterday was kind of cold and thunderstorms going on. Yeah. So yeah, 9,400 feet right now, and we're going to climb to about 10,200. I say we because a couple days ago on Indiana Pass, I met up with Rich, who we were riding with earlier in the trip. I don't know, days 30, somewhere around there. So. Hey guys. Uh, so I'm coming at you from a hotel room in Cuba, New Mexico. Um, not a glamorous town, but really functional. I needed a day off. I did 7 days riding in a row, and that included a lot of climbing. So rest day needed. I got all my laundry done today, and eating food and just relaxing and getting all cleaned up, basically. So summary on days 49, 50, 51. 49 was all about climbing up and over Indiana Pass, the highest point of the GDMBR. And if you're doing it, get into that cabin that's 11 miles into the ride from the town of Del Norte. Super cheap, no reason not to stay there. There's probably room for 20 to 30 people, to be honest. I was the only guy there. Um, yeah, so that cuts it at least an hour off the ride and 1,000 feet of climbing. So I started at around 9,000 feet and I climbed up to almost 12,000 feet. Um, Maybe a little more than that. But yeah, the climb is for real. It's hard, long, constant grade, very little break. For the most part, it averages out at 6 or 7%, but there are sections of 8, 9, 10, a little bit of 11. Super maxed out on that climb. So down into the town of Platoro. Platoro, I thought I'd camp. They did not allow tent camping there. They had a unique accommodation, though. I stayed in an Airstream, and you saw photos of that. Kind of cool. You know, it was properly set up for accommodations in a novel place. They had food there as well. So Rich, the guy we've been riding with before, I teamed up with him. I met him. Actually, I saw him. He was walking a tough section of that climb up and over Indiana Pass, and we met up. We stayed in Platoro. Yeah, they had food, breakfast, and dinner we had there. And then the next day we moved on to from Platoro to Elk Creek campground. Not far. It was a shorter day, between 20 and 30 miles. So you're really easy after such a long, hard day. The day before was welcome. We spent all afternoon just kind of sitting around. We had a few beers in Red House. And also there I mentioned Horka Mercantile. Horka Mercantile is more of a coffee shop that's very welcoming, the GDMBR riders, but the place to eat and get some food, and there's a store there as well, is just across the street called Red House. So that was day 50. And then day 51, we rode from, or actually from there, from that afternoon, we continued on just a few miles to Elk Creek Campground, where we camped overnight. And then day 51 was Elk Creek Campground to into New Mexico. So on the way on that ride, I decided I was going to gain a few days on this trip overall by staying on the road. So sometimes on the tour, there's options, or you can make your own options to take a road route rather than do the trail section. And sometimes it's a difficult trail section. So what I did was I rode directly into New Mexico, stayed on the road rather than making a turn and just doing some really tough trails again. Easier on my body, and my body's starting to complain a little bit on the overall miles and etc. So I'm trying to give it a break and stay on the roads, which are considerably more easy. So where I ended up that day was Echo Amphitheater campground. Really cool campground. You saw some photos of that. It was myself and a few other people there. Very new campground, so everything had just been installed basically. It's going to have electricity and running water. While I was there, neither of those existed, but that was okay. I had my own water, fortunately. And then just miles before that, I'd planned to ride another 20 miles, but it was after 5. I was going to get to the destination probably of Abiquiu, which is where the route leads you to, town called Abiquiu. I was going to go there, and it would have been late, and I would have had to pay for accommodations. Instead, what happened was I ran into a road angel. And what this guy was, the road angel this time, not a trail angel. I was on the road and going in my usual 5 miles an hour up a steep grade, and a car passed me, and he was towing a boat of some type. And he passed me, and he came to a stop on a very wide shoulder, like a half mile ahead of me. And he got out and kind of waited for me to arrive. And when I arrived, he said, "Hey, I got a cooler full of stuff. What do you want?" And actually, what I wanted was a cold drink, but that was the one thing he didn't have anymore. Actually, he had a half a chocolate milk, and I actually drank that. And but what he gave me, he had a unopened package, like 8-ounce package of cheddar cheese. He had a pack of hummus, a container of hummus. He had some cranberry raisins, cranberries, whatever you call them. And what else? Something else. A whole package of Canadian bacon. And that ended up kind of being 75% of my dinner that night. So I already had water and stuff, and all I needed was a little bit of food. I could have cooked, and it would have been a simpler meal, but with all that, I had a great time at the campground, and I didn't know the campground was there, but I just happened to, a few miles later into the ride after meeting this guy, happened to pass by and decided to check it out, and yeah, it was a great place to stay. So that worked out really well. Then that was day 51. So really, that's it. I am in New Mexico now, and this is kind of where riders get a little anxious, and I'm feeling that way of let's get this thing done. Um, Tomorrow is going to be a challenging day in that there are no clear accommodations for over 100 miles. I think I know where I can stay at mile 50 something, possibly at mile 70 something, but if neither of those work out, it's going to be a super long day, or I'm going to have to find some dispersed camping, but not easy to do. It's kind of Navajo, Indian reservation land, so I think you need to be, I don't know, respectful and careful what you do there. I'm really not aware of what that is like, but anyway, it's an alternate path on the GDMBR, and it is paved road again. If I were to take the trail, you run into a situation where there's not much water, and you probably add a day or two to the ride, and I'm just not up for that right now. But that's it. Keep watching and enjoy the videos. I enjoy making them. Thanks, guys. So check this out. My bike just fell. All these white dots, I assume, are sheep. It's hard to say, but there's a lot of them. Crazy.